for the marathon distance, I think this is where this shoe will shine. Hey everyone, and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex, and in today's video we have one of the most exciting release for 2022. This is the Puma Fast-R Nitro Elite. Fast-R or Fast-R, I don't know how to pronounce it, but you have the idea. This is the shoe that the Big Cat firm released, in this very small limited batch. I'm very happy that I managed to get one with my own money, by the way. More pairs will release later this summer. This is the shoe that we saw last year around, TRE, the running event in December, and also worn by Molly Seidel and some other Puma athletes on different social media. So this is a very hyped shoe. It's also a very different looking shoe compared to everything that we know. So this is also very interesting. And the review, I think, will be one that you will enjoy. I hope so. So stay tuned. If you want to, follow the channel, see more reviews, more interesting shoes coming soon. Subscribe, many good things coming at you soon. Let's begin with the specs. Weight, we're looking at 246 grams in my size US 11, EU 44.5. Remember, EU people, if you want to order this shoe, take your US size, or be sure that you check the size chart, because EU and US sizes are not matching, every other brand charts. For Puma, US 11, 246 grams. This is a bit more than other super shoes, but weight isn't the biggest decisive factor. Good to know though that it's 246 grams. Strike height, we're looking at 37.5 in the heel, 30 in the forefoot, 7.5 millimeters drop. I wanted to check, I measured myself the stack height in the heel, and I found 37. So, and I don't have any very specific tool to measure that. So I think 37.5 makes sense. And it actually feels like it has a bit more than the 7.5 millimeters drop. I would have said something like 8 to 10, but definitely way more than what you would find on the DV8 Elite that released last year. Width of the platform, it's almost identical to the other super shoes, Vaporfly and Metaspeed Sky. Fairly wide forefoot, that's fine. The platform was hard to measure in the midfoot because there is no platform. As you can see, the two midsoles are connected only by the plate here in the midfoot. Therefore, I measured the insole width, because this is actually what you see here. This is the insole directly in the shoe. Very interesting construction. And it has a reasonably wide heel. So welcome back to the stability. I think the width of the heel also helps provide some stability on this shoe. And last but not least, Durometer score. We have 3 of them here. In the heel, we have the nitrogen-infused TPEE. It's not nitrogen-infused EVA, it's TPEE, and it has always been. So in my previous videos where I said that nitro foam from Puma is EVA, I was just wrong. Sorry for that. Nitrogen-infused TPEE 35 on the Durometer scale. Nitrogen-infused PBAX, not PBA, PBAX. This has changed. It used to be nitrogen-infused PBA for Nitro Elite foam, and now it's nitrogen-infused PBAX. Very interesting as well. Stay tuned for some information on this, but I think this is quite interesting. 31 on the Durometer scale, almost identical to ZoomX from Nike on the Durometer scale. Remember, ranging from 0 to 100, 0 being super soft and 100 super firm. Last but not least, outsole rubber. It's a bit below 60, if I remember well. You have the numbers on your screen. It's on the softer side of things, and that I think comes also from the fact that it's measured on that Nitro Elite foam. And Durometer scores aren't a very exact science, so this is one of the reasons why this score may be a bit lower, but it's not a very firm rubber, and I don't think it adds to that firmness or sensation that you may have on some shoes with very firm rubbers. Upper and fit. This is very important. The length is perfect for me. I have 1 thumb of extra space in the forefoot with my true to size US 11. However, it's a very snug fit. I like it personally. I think especially for race shoes, this is what I'm looking for, but it's really snug. So wide fit, I think it may be tricky with this shoe. Maybe removing the insole and running without it could do the trick, and I certainly wouldn't go half a size down or half a size up. The true to size US sizes is perfect, but the fit is very snug. The upper is very reminiscent of the one on the Liberate, the Deviate Elite from Nike last year. It has that new tongue, stretchy type of tongue. I think it works quite well. If you remember well, last week in the Gel Nimbus Light 3 video, I said that the stretchy tongue isn't really my thing. And here Puma is proving me wrong with that. Also, you can see here a nice Faster logo on the tongue. The tongue works quite well. The fit is very good, but on the snug side of things, I think this is a very important heads up for you to have. It's a semi-gusseted tongue. It also helps with the lockdown, and the lockdown is top-notch, one of the best lockdowns I have experienced. Of course, the snug fit helps with the good lockdown, but midfoot is really wrapped like, you know, like a gift. It's the perfect wrapping. Heel doesn't move at all. It has those two bolsters on the sides, like on the Liberate, for instance, and it works really, really well. I'm not sure why these things exist here. Is it to provide some structure to the heel cup? I believe so. Does it help with the aerodynamics of the shoe? I don't know, but it looks cool in my opinion, so that's nice. Midfoot and right of the shoe, we have a new contender, I think, in the Supershoe realm. Not many shoes up there in the top tire, you know, gold tire type of category. And I think this one deserves to be there. This is my first impression, so I haven't done all sorts of paces, all sorts of, you know, workouts in the shoe, but it's a shoe that I would consider for the marathon 100%. I'm a midfoot to forefoot striker, and I think it works perfectly well for that type of foot strike. Heel striking is okay, unless you strike really, really, you know, 90 degrees, 45 degrees to the floor, and you land on that bevel, which has an angle a bit awkward, and the sensation there isn't ideal. But if you land on the heel, it's okay. Not ideal, but okay. Midfoot, forefoot strikers, I think, will be well served with this shoe, and that's what I experienced today running in it. How does it ride? It's a ride that reminds me a bit of the Vaporfly, to be honest. It has that very dynamic forefoot, very present type of effect, lever effect of the carbon plate. That camber plate definitely is something different I never experienced. And you can really feel it matches the geometry of the foot and also the running dynamics. What I mean by that is you can really feel that you push on something that already has a lever in it, and it accentuates the effect of pushing on that plate. So explosiveness, responsiveness is very good thanks to the plate. The foam in the forefoot is also very interesting. It's bouncy without being any sort of mushy, plush type of foam. So, you know, it doesn't compress too much, but it's on the soft side of foams. So not too much compression, but just that very, very dynamic type of responsiveness when you push on it. So you have the lever effect from the plate plus that bounce, but not too soft, which is good. I fear that the Nitro Elite would be too soft, like on the Deviate Elite from last year, which I love, but it's a very soft foam I wouldn't race with. This is a bit firmer, it confirms the geometer score, and that's very, very pleasant. Stability of the shoe, it's pleasantly stable, and by that I mean I didn't experience any excessive pronation, any medial collapsing. The firmer foam in the heel definitely helps with that. The width also helps with that. The heel doesn't feel harsh. I feared something too harsh in the heel because of that higher geometer score and, you know, a bit firmer type of material. It still has some nice compression to it. It still has some nice, I wouldn't say bounce, but some nice response to it. It definitely doesn't feel too harsh. It definitely brings the right amount of stability and support here, just to have what you need to transition, use that plate and get that extra bounce, extra energy return from the midfoot foam. Again, I purchased the shoe, so, you know, I'm not being paid, and I've never been paid to do any review, but I'm rating this shoe quite high. Give me some time to bring you some, you know, more comprehensive thoughts, but this is a shoe that I rate quite high. And again, that I am considering as a contender in the super shoes for the marathon distance. I think this is where this shoe will shine. Price point, just to finish, €250, $250. It's high. And of course, as always, I would prefer to see it a bit lower, but it's a good price point when you compare it to other super shoes, Vaporfly, Metaspeed Sky, and some others that are up there in the top tier. You know, I paid the price myself. I would pay it again because I think it deserves it. Yeah, that's how it is. It's expensive, but I think it's one of the shoes where the price tag is worth what you get for it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review and enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, go beyond your limits, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.